Hello everybody. Today I'm going to have a look at a couple of plugins available to Grasshopper users for transferring geometry from Grasshopper into Revit. Um, I'm going to be doing a quick comparison between Chameleon and then Hummingbird, and then finally a new plugin that just came on the market recently. It's called Revit. So let's get down to it. What you're looking at is I have a couple splines and a couple arcs. They're kind of going to make up a framing members of whatever structure I'm working with. So I'm gonna shoot for recreating that in Revit really quickly. So let's start with the vertical members. The vertical members will be these 3-point arcs, and you can see that I have already basically I'll take each one of the arcs and then grab the start and end point of it, and then the middle point, and then combine it into a list. And you can see that I'm always maintaining the same order. So the top of the arc is always 0.0, then the middle is 0.1, and the end is 0.2. And the only thing that you gotta keep in mind with Chameleon is that you want to maintain the same structure or list. So if I was to take a quick look at that list, what that looks like is each one of the arcs sits on its own branch of the tree, and then each one of the points that make up that arc is a list on that branch. And that order and that data structure has to be maintained for Chameleon to work. So once we have that, we will go into Revit, and here's my 3-point adaptive component family. So this is my 0, this is my 1 in the middle, and then this is my 3. So with the 3 points, it doesn't really matter. This can be 1, this can be 3, as long as the middle is 2, just because of the nature of that. So this is how I created this. You would just take 3 points, make them adaptive, and then under reference 3-point arc, make sure you have 3 snapping on. You snap on the first, last, middle, and you can see it flexes. So then you will have to just place a point, set the plane with that point, maybe your current working plane, and then do the reference circle, and hover over it, and then tab to get to the point you want to place it on that point. Then you can just set up. You can type in radius. So if you were to select that circle and that line that would just take you between those 3 points, and then create solid, here's an arc. So obviously I'm not going to use this arc. I already have one set up. So these are my 3 points. These are my 3 adaptive points. You would load that into the project, and then once you're in the project, you have to remember the name. You have to remember the name of that family. So it's a 3-point adaptive arc symbol. And then I'll go here, and I will hit the button to connect to Revit, and go back to Revit, and then the add-ins have the AC connect to Chameleon, and a window pops up. So I'm just going to create a new system, and I'm going to give it a name, and I'm going to pick the family. I have 2 adaptive component families loaded, and that list is going to have as many families on it as you have loaded in the project. So I'm working with the 3-point adaptive arc, which is why I say you have to remember the name of the family you're working with. And then you just hit OK. Go chuck through, and then voila, through your Revit framing members, verticals, place in your Revit project. That was pretty easy, pretty quick. The only downfall of Chameleon, in my opinion, is the fact that it can push through parameters, but it can push through parameters set as numbers. So if I was to add a radius or an arc length of this arc. An arc length, if you want to display that in feet, inches, millimeters, it's a length, it's a dimension. And Leon won't be able to transfer that information. It will only be able to transfer it through as a number. So unless you want to schedule it as a number or you want to tag it, it's kind of becoming an obstacle. But other than that, it's pretty quick and pretty good about how it transfers adaptive components through. So let's delete that. Go back and look at Hummingbird. So here we are for Hummingbird. And you can already see there's a lot more things set up just to get geometry out of Revit using Hummingbird. So I'm gonna use the exact same. I'm gonna try to transfer those vertical arcs. So first thing you gotta set is the path. The path is a location of a folder where you wanna keep the CSV file. So what Hummingbird does, it actually exports the CSV file, saves it in that folder, and then it gives it this name. I call it 3-point arc, it can be something else. But then if you were to visit your if you were to go to that desktop folder under CSV files, there's that 3-point arc. It's already there, but I can delete it. And when I hit the button here to create, I can go back and it drops that file there. So this is going to be the file that we're going to be importing into Revit. So here's your path to that folder, here's the name for that file, and then it needs a family name. So this is again, we have to remember exact family name for that family. So it can be just a panel with the name. So this is going to be the exact same family name that I use and the family type. If you don't create subtypes in that family name and type are going to be identical in Revit. If you create different subtypes, maybe you might want to have another panel with a different type on this. But for now, it's just one family, one type, and it's going to be the same. And then points. So you just, I'm going to use the exact same points that I've been using for Chameleon, and it works with the exact same structure. So every arc is going to be on its own branch, and then all the 3 points that make up it can be pulled from that branch. But Hummingbird is much more useful for what I've said I would like to transfer with it. I can transfer parameters as text, either text or numbers, so it doesn't really matter, or dimension or whatever other parameter. It doesn't have a preference. You can transfer all the parameters you want. So basically the parameters is a list, and so I'm going to be transferring the parameter called radius into 2 arc length and then 3 points. And those will be created in the Revit 3-point arc family that we're working with. So if you're here, you would just go to parameters and then add more of those parameters. So under parameters, you just add a family parameter, and you can just type in, make it an instance, and then you can make it, as long as it's an instance, you can override that with Hummingbird on the input. So basically I have those 3 parameters, those 3, 2, and 1, and those names have to be the exact same name to be using in Grasshopper. Same with radius and same with arc length. Actually radius underscore 2. So you will load that into a project. So once we have those set up, and the structure for, you can see this is a list with 5 positions on it, and then to assign parameters to proper elements, again, a tree, a data tree, so each one of those numbers corresponds to the arc, and then that part is going to get those 5 parameters assigned to it, and these are the corresponding. So the first item on that list is going to get assigned to radius underscore 2, and then the second one to arclamp, and then the third one to point 1, and so on. So this is how the structure is set up for, has to be set up for Hummingbird to get those parameters out in and out. And then let's test it out. So let me just bring up the panel so I can see the message when I try to send it out. So it's all successful. I created a CSV file, and then we'll go with Revit and then click Model Builder. Those windows don't always pop up. You just have to click through and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And then you want to create elements from file, and then you're going to browse here on top to the folder that you're looking for. Mine's in the desktop under CSV files, and then all the CSV files in that folder are going to populate this list. For now it's just one. So you want to add only elements, since this is our first import. Use project units, and then adaptive component, and pick. So this is again going to be a list of all adaptive component families loaded in the project. You just want to pick the one that you want to be working with, which is the 3-point art, and then you hit process, and you can see it working, going through all those families that we designed, and then we created it. So families are exact same as the ones that came from Chameleon, with one exception. Each one of them has all those parameters populated now. So I know that this piece is those 3 points, and these are the X, Y, Z values for those points. And these are this is the radius of this arc, and this is the arc length for it. And each one of them has a unique set of those parameters already pre-assigned to it, which is extremely valuable to me when I'm trying to document those arcs for our contractors or whoever else is going to need it. And now let's have a look. So the only thing that I think is a drawback with Chameleon is that this process of creating a CSV file, and then you're gonna export out of Grasshopper, and then open in Revit, and you pick the CSV file, you pick the family from the drop down. Basically this entire process, you have to click through so many things, and you have to decide whether you want to use project units, whether you want to use a factor, and then pick another those families here from the list. And then this could be a super long list if you're doing a lot of exports. You can only export one family at a time, same with Chameleon. So these are the kind of drawbacks with this. Let's look at the third plugin that I used to mention. That's the Revit. And it's pretty new. It's pretty new in the market. Not all the functions are working, so the update function doesn't work at the moment. But it has a really well developed way of transferring parameters, where you can easily assign as many parameters as you want. You can see I'm assigning all those parameters, and then you can be combining them. But also at the same time, with one click of a button, you can import multiple families. So it's not just so with Chameleon, for example, if I imported those vertical arcs. Now let's say I want to import those little short stubs that I mentioned before, which is a different type of family, just a 2-point adaptive family. Let me just show you what I mean. Those simple lines. So the process will be again the same. I'm collecting start and end point, and then in Revit I will have a family that's just a 2-point adaptive with an extrusion between those two, preloaded into Revit. And then with Chameleon you can see I already have set up like one setup for 3-point arc, one setup for 2-point arc, one setup for 4-point arc. And then every time you try to export a vector, you have a separate setup. You can only work with one family in Revit at a time. So if I wanted those arcs, I have to do 2 separate exports. And then same with Hummingbird. If I wanted to do another export for the verticals and then those horizontals sticking out. I had to do another setup with this whole thing, figuring out the changing the primary name and all that stuff, the path and everything. You have to basically do that same work again. But what's nice about Revit is it allows you to set up those parameters for the family and type, and then that's a separate component, and then you can set up as many family types and different families and whatsoever as you want. So I can get both of those, even though they're separate families, all in one input. All I gotta do is just connect those to the output, to the send component in Revit, and then it'll take them all out. The structure remains a little bit different. It wants a flattened list at the end, so this is something to keep in mind. Also, a little bit troubling is, again, I said the update button doesn't work. I guess we're gonna fix that soon. Another thing that's kind of troubling is that it really works with feet, just because Revit internally works with feet, and it doesn't really automatically convert units. Hummingbird do convert units, so I didn't have to worry about converting units. So let's say I have this project set up in millimeters. So the Grasshopper units are millimeters, and Revit works with feet, and that plugin mostly works with feet. So in order not to come in with something that's extremely small or extremely big, just because millimeters into feet is a trade-off of a small conversion, and that's why I'm going to multiply by a factor of 0.003281. So what I'm doing is I'm using a PP toolbox component called unit converter. Yes. And what that does is I'm telling it that I have millimeters in the project and I'm going to convert them to feet. And what it does is it's going to give me a value. It's going to tell me exactly the number that I need to multiply all of my values by to get it to be in. So this is the only trouble thing now. All of those points I have to send them through a multiplication component before I plug those into parameters, just because they have to be converted to feet in Grasshopper. If not, a huge deal, and I'm betting 100% that we're going to fix that pretty soon. But again, once you're done, you have it converted to feet, you have your families set up, and you can do multiple families at the same time. You would go to Revit, and then hit that Revit button first, and then it's telling you it's waiting for connection. You go back to Grasshopper, and you hit the button here to activate it, and then once you go back, you see it started transferring data. You hit OK. Also, it doesn't have a status bar when you're transferring, so it's kind of an awkward thing. You can see the spinning wheel, but it works. So then again, you can see with one hit of the button, I've transferred not only the vertical members with all of the parameters assigned, but also the horizontal members with whatever parameters are specified. In this case, I specify a length parameter for this, and Grasshopper is just distance formula between start and end point. So you can see right away this is a huge, Revit has huge advantage where you can with one click of a button you can transfer all those parameters, and it doesn't care if it's a text or whether it's a text or a number. You can get all of them, and you can get multiple families at the same time. So once they fix the unit conversion and the update button, this will basically eliminate me for your Hummingbird of Chameleon altogether. Right now, I'm already switching over. I'm switching over to Revit. I like it. I like it a lot more. It does everything that I ever need to do. Then again, the only trick is that you just have to, like, because multiple families, keep bringing them in. Just make sure that you have that flattened button checked on, because it really wants just to flatten the list at the end. Other than that, everything else is pretty much industrial setup. It's for each one of those in its own branch, and then all the points that make it up, or all the parameters that make it up, or the list of that branch. So here it is, a quick overview in Revit, when you hit me up, send me an email, quick on Twitter, r2app underscore rt dash underscore laboratory. Can't speak. Hit me out on Twitter, the address will be on the YouTube. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope come back with some more tutorials. Let me know if you want a specific tutorial how to make any one of those. I just kind of went through quickly overview, but it is pretty straightforward. So you have if you have a little bit of experience with Revit and Grasshopper, you can be able to figure this out pretty easily. Alright, thanks and good luck.